Yun po yung hiningi niya
Hiningi ni
nung pasyente.
sinong pasyente?
Si Marcos po.
President Marcos.
Then,
Yung sinabi ni Executive Secretary Rodriguez, this pertains to the drug test that you made on the former Senator Bongbong Marcos?
Yes.
Yung ba ibig mong sabihin?
Yes.
Opo.
Yan yun?
Opo.
Kaya nga tayo nagkakaroon ng hearing to hear everyone para pakinggan natin sila. Wala po tayong hidden agenda dito. It's up for us to evaluate yung mga sinasabi nila kung totoo ba yan o hindi. Iniiwasan tayo. Well, you know, in-acknowledge natin positive siya sa COVID, ha? Kaya bigyan natin siya ng another 1 week. Kung nandito sana siya, baka tapos na itong hearing na ito.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, go ahead.
is this committee going to conduct another hearing next week?
Yes, next week.
I thought this is the last hearing, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, kung nandito sana si Paquito Ochoa, I could have decided to adjourn this hearing. Pero mahirap yung hanging tayo, Your Honor. Kailangan humarap siya dito sa ating committee. Kaya para matapos natin dito. Yes,
Mr. Chairman,
Senator Tolentino.
maybe ask Yusek Vasquez, may paraan ba another alternative, not in congressional hearings but in trials, court trials, take the deposition or what? Ano bang
Actually,
pwede mo i-suggest?
Thank you for the opportunity to make a statement again, Your Honors. Actually, there are ways of facilitating testimony taking short of physical face-to-face.
Yes, I know that. I know everything. I know everything, but I want him to be present physically here. Gusto ko lang mahirap yung magtatanong tayo na wala siya dito sa harapan natin. Kaya nga, nag-volunteer yung iba na online daw sila mag-testify, but I don't allow that. As far as this committee is concerned, we do not allow online attendance. Kailangan nasa jurisdiction sila ng committee na ito before we can take their statements. So yun ang akin.
Submit, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, may I know
Yes.
the circumstances why the presence of the former executive secretary is needed here?
He was
I'm not defending him because
Yeah.
you know naman, he's the former executive secretary of President Aquino.
yes, number one, he was mentioned in the deposition of Jonathan Morales that the operation was halted, was disapproved by former Deputy Director General for Operation Carlos Gadapan per orders of the then Executive Secretary Paquito Ochoa. So yun lang naman i-confirm natin sa kanya
Yeah.
para because we are trying to establish here kung talagang totoo yung sinasabi ni Jonathan Morales.
Well, Mr. Chair, as far as I'm concerned, these are all hearsay, and you cannot believe in all the alibis or the imagination of this particular resource person, Mr. President.
Yes,
Mr.
I am
Chair.
taking your position on this matter, Your Honor, but when you say heresy, wala siyang personal knowledge. So let us define now what is personal knowledge. Personal knowledge is talagang siya ang nakakaalam. Siya ang nakakaalam, di ba? So, right here, right now, I presume, hindi ako abogado, ha? Hindi ako abogado, ordinaryong police lang po ako. Pero ito ang interpretation ko. Jonathan Morales has no personal knowledge as far as the action of Paquito Ochoa of stopping the said supposed to be surveillance and casing operation to validate that information. But he has a personal knowledge as far as that information is concerned. So, when we talk of personal knowledge, alam niya yung impormasyon. So, personal knowledge pa rin yan because nakausap niya si Gadapan na sabi niya, pinahinto itong operation natin, disapprove ko dahil ayaw ni Executive Secretary Ochoa. So may personal knowledge si Morales of that information. Pero wala siyang personal knowledge as far as that incident is concerned. Na pagbigay ng order ni Ochoa na i-basura yung operation. So, yun lang sa akin. Hearsay, pero pag sabi natin personal knowledge, may personal knowledge siya as far as that information is concerned. Kaya nga, tinatawag natin ngayon, pinapatawag natin ngayon, at na-intriga lang ako, Your Honor, kasi pangalawang imbitasyon na natin ito. Ngayon, may COVID siya. So, pangatlong imbitasyon natin dito, ay, subpoena na. I don't think the Senate will question my actions as far as this hearing is concerned because kailangan ma-maintain natin yung credibility ng Senado na kapag tayo ini-snub ng ating mga resource person na very sensitive information na dapat makuha natin galing sa kanya, ay hahayaan na lang natin siya off the hook. So, that's the opinion of the chairman of this committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, thank
Mr.
you.
Chair, don't get me wrong. I am in full support of the decision of the committee chair, and I will continue to support the decision of the chairman of this particular committee, Mr. President.
Thank you, Your Honor. I know you are very supportive.
Mr. Chair, can I give my opening statement, if I may?
Yes, you may deliver your opening statement. Thank you.
Mr. Chair. Sa pagpapatuloy po ng pagdinig ng komiting to, nais ko lamang pong bigyan linaw ang ilang mahalagang bagay para sa ating publiko. Ang pagsiwalat ng mga di umano'y dokumento mula sa Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, kung mapapatunayan na wala itong basehan o katotohanan at pawag gawa-gawa lamang, ay sumasaklaw sa privacy concerns, due process at reliability of information. Ang pagbanggit ng mga pangalan ng mga individual na di umano'y sangkot sa paggamit ng ilegal na droga ay maaaring maglagay sa panganib ang kanilang buhay at maituring na paglabag sa kanilang pribadong buhay. Ito rin ay usapin na may kinalaman sa tinatawag natin due process at presumption of innocence, lalo na kung hindi ka mapapatunayan na sangkot sila sa anumang krimen sa ilalim ng tamang proseso ng batas. Maaring biktima rin sila ng maling interpretasyon o maling pag-uugnay sa usapin ng illegal drugs. Maaari rin na magdulot ito ng political repercussions at magamit na instrumento sa pamumulitika. I am here to extend my full support as one of the vice chair of this committee to the esteemed chairperson conducting these committee hearings. It is our collective responsibility to unearth the truth behind the purported PDEA leaks and utilize it to shape effective legislation. My colleague and I are committed to achieving this objective through a diligent and impartial approach. Ang paksa ng pagdinig ay hindi umano'y PDEA leaks. Pero sinabi ng mga opisyal ng PDEA na walang ganitong pangyayari. Sinasabi ni Morales, meron daw. Nasaan po ang ebidensya? Isa sa mga natutunan ko sa pag-aaral ng batas ay ang legal maxim that he who alleges has the burden to prove this. Maliban sa mga statement ni Morales, ano pang ebidensya ang pinakita niya? Wala po. Mr. Chair, dinidinig natin ang testimonya ng isang witness na naharap sa mga criminal complaints sa isang lokal na hukuman at kabilang dito ang paglabag sa Article 180 ng Revised Penal Code, ang batas na nagtatakda ng parusa para sa mga tao nagbibigay ng peke o maling testimonya laban sa isang akusado at kasalukuyan itong nakapending sa MTC San Fernando, Pampanga. Bilang mga senador, meron tayong malalim na responsibilidad na tiyakin ang katotohanan sa mga pahayag ng mga individual na tumatayong testigo o resource persons natin. Ito ay hindi lamang tungkulin natin bilang mga mambabatas, kundi isang moral na obligasyon. Walang puwang sa ating mga pagdinig ang mga nagpapakalat ng kasinungalingan o gumagawa ng perjurious statements, lalo na't nanumpa sila sa nagsasabi na pawang katotohanan lamang. Sa bawat pagdinig na sinasagawa natin, layunin natin hindi lamang ang paghahanap ng katotohanan, kundi maging ang pagbibigay ng hustisya at pagtataguyod ng kapakanan ng ating mga kababayan. Sa mga bumabatikos sa akin na wala raw ako moral ascendancy para lumahok sa pagdinig na ito dahil ako raw ay convicted ng hukuman. Nais ko lang bigyan din na ang pagdalo ko dito ay pagtupad sa akin tungkulin at responsibilidad bilang inyong senador na inihalal ng 15 milyong botanteng Pilipino na naniniwala sa aking kakayahan at nagtitiwala na kaya kong gampanan ang mga responsibilidad bilang isang lingkod bayan. Huwag kayong maglala. I am a man of conviction. Tungkulin ko na gampanan ang iniaatang na responsibilidad at mandato ng taong bayan. Hindi ako titigil sa pagtupad ng aking tungkulin kahit pa may iilan dyan na inaatake ako ng personal. Ang ating paglahok sa mga pagdinig ay hindi lamang isang karapatan, kundi isang tungkulin ang ating sinumpaan. At kasama sa ating sinumpaan bilang mambabatas ay pagpapanatili ng integridad at tiwala ng ating mga kababayan sa ating institusyon. Hindi ito tungkol sa personal na interes, kundi tungkol sa paglilingkod sa bayan at pagpapalakas sa mga institusyon ng ating demokrasya. It is crucial that our legislative processes uphold the principles of truth, integrity, and fairness. Allowing the dissemination of false information and fabricated narratives not only undermines the credibility of our institutions but also jeopardizes the pursuit of genuine justice and accountability. And we must prioritize evidence-based discourse and avoid providing a platform for those who manipulate the truth for personal gain or hidden agenda. By carefully distinguishing between fact and fiction and maintaining a commitment to truthfulness, we can ensure that our legislative hearings serve the best interests of the Filipino people. And I call upon the Senate Public Order Committee to uphold its duty to the Filipino people by exercising due diligence in verifying the veracity of information presented before it and by refraining from legitimizing falsehoods and fabricated stories. Mr. Chair, before I continue, I have a witness, a surprise witness, who can maybe give some inputs because his name was mentioned during the first or the second hearing, and I want also to, with the permission of the chair, to call his attention and maybe to give some inputs and to corroborate what some of the resource persons and I myself to corroborate all the statements that I said during the last hearing, if I may, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Senator Jingo Estrada. For the record, yung witness na iharap mo ay hindi yan kasama sa mga invited resource
Recording in
person
progress.
by this committee. But then again, as I have said, I am for ferreting out the truth.
Thank you, Mr.
Kahit
Chair.
na wala yan siya sa, hindi siya invited na resource person, but since dinala mo siya dito, I am willing to hear him. Huwag po kayo mag-alala. But then again, before you proceed with the presentation of your witness, I just would like to react on your opening statement that yes, I would like to thank you for these reminders. Reminders coming from a esteemed veteran colleague of the Senate. Alam ko mas marami kang alam kaysa akin. So I am taking all your advices and rest assured that as the chairman of this committee will not go overboard. When you say that I am entertaining I am legitimizing falsehood. I would like to disagree that we are not entertaining. But thank you for this reminder. Hindi naman, kaya nga tayo nagkakaroon ng hearing to hear everyone para pakinggan natin sila. Wala po tayong hidden agenda dito. It's up for us to evaluate yung mga sinasabi lang kung totoo ba yan o hindi. In fact, si Morales mismo, meron siyang mga sinasabi na pinapaniwalaan ko, meron din siyang sinasabi na medyo alanganin ako. That's just to set the record straight. And rest assured, I will do my best as the chairman of this committee na hindi magamit itong committee na ito for any hidden agenda.
Doktora,
Yes, sir.
you were the one who signed this?
Yes, sir.
Can you just explain before the committee ano raw yung kino-complain lang yung 2 minutes lapse or
2
whatever?
minutes and 54 seconds.
Yeah.
So, head po ako ng drug testing laboratory ng St. Luke's Medical Center, Global City. So, yung 2 minutes and 54 seconds po, kaya po talaga ng drug testing kit. Mabilis pong lumabas yung resulta. Yung mga sinasabi po nilang 5 minutes, yun po yung maximum time na i-allow namin na lumabas yung line ng drug test. Pag lumabas po yung linya, hindi na humawawala yun, negative na kayo. Pero yung naghihintay kayo na mag-a-appear yung linya, hanggang 5 minutes po yung maximum. So we can get, 40 to 50 seconds, may resulta na po.
40 to 50 seconds, may resulta na. So yung doubt nila na 2 minutes so fast is not improbable and is not impossible.
Correct, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we
May
have the
linya ba
answer.
lumabas, Doktora?
Um,
Good morning po.
Please identify yourself.
I'm Jereza Reyes, the drug analyst from St. Luke's Medical Center, Global City. So, as the analyst po, yes, may lumabas po na line. So, sa drug test kit po natin, meron dun yung control line at saka yung line for the drug analyte. So, dun po sa resulta, may lalabas po dapat siya talaga na line as negative.
Negative.
Yes.
Negative.
Yes po.
Alright. Will that satisfy everything?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes,
Mr. Chairman.
go ahead, Senator Escudero.
Permission of Senator Jinggoy. On this point, Dr. Fernandez, and to Ms. Reyes, yung 2 minutes and 54, 57? 54. Ito yung oras na lumipas mula nung inilagay yung sample dun sa makina hanggang lumabas yung resulta. Tama po ba?
Sir, hindi po makina. Ito po ay drug test kit na para pong pregnancy test kit or
So,
para
parang
yung
ginaganon-ganon?
COVID. Hindi naman po. Ida-drop mo lang yung urine sa one end, tapos hihintayin mo na lang siya.
So,
wala
hindi,
po
ito,
makina.
hindi ito yung kabuang proseso ng kinuha yung urine na 2 minutes lang.
Yung transaction time po is the specimen collection. So, pag abot po nung sample, tapos gagawin na niya.
At yung rule ng DOH, hindi pwedeng lumampas ng,
Wala pong rule ng DOH.
hindi pwedeng mas mabilis kesa, ano yung 5 minutong binabanggit niyo po kanina?
Yung drug test kit po na ginagamit namin, hanggang 5 minutes po, pwede niyong basahin.
Now, I remember the press con of then Executive Secretary, no, he was not yet Executive Secretary at that time, he was about to be, Vic Rodriguez. Sabi niya, tinest daw po sa lahat ng uri ng droga. Ano-ano pong klase ng droga tinest o lahat po ba kasama?
Kanino po? Kay...
Yung test po na ginawa ninyo, hindi po kasama ang iba.
Hindi po.
Yung resultang yun po ba isinapubliko?
Ano? Ano daw?
I saw it on GMA, read it on in the papers. The results of the drug test.
Is what?
If I may
Nanggaling
answer,
po sa amin?
if I may answer, Senator Cheese, this was widely publicized in 2021, if I may recall, if my memory serves me right.
So it was publicized, ma'am.
It didn't come from St. Luke's.
It
We do
came
not
from
know.
the person tested.
So,
Personally.
Mr. Senator Chis, yung drug test na ito na pinag-uusapan na ito, yung sinabi ni Executive Secretary Rodriguez, this pertains to the drug test that you made on the former Senator Bongbong Marcos?
Yes.
Yung ba ibig mong sabihin?
Yes.
Opo.
Yan yun?
Opo.
So, you said that particularly test ninyo,
Yun po yung hiningi niya
hiningi ni
nung pasyente.
sinong pasyente?
Si Marcos po.
President Marcos.
Then,
Senator Marcos. Yun ang gusto niyang hingin about.
yun po lang ang
So,
hiningi niya.
your laboratory is capable of tracing na residues dun sa ihi ng pasyente.
Yes po.
So, iba yung ginagamit nyo sa cook, iba yung ginagamit nyo sa... Iba rin
Iba po.
gagamitin ninyo sa... Am I correct?
Opo.
Pero kung ako, walk-in lang ako, pupunta ako doon sa iyo, I want a drug test. Anong gagamitin ninyo?
Kung ano pong hihingin nyo.
Oh, may ganun ba na hingin?
Ay,
Kasi lahat ng tao dito sa Pilipinas magpa-drug test. Hindi ba nagtatanong na i-test nyo ako sa... Test niyo ako sa... Wala. Pupunta ako sa inyo, dalhin ko yung dokumento, nag-apply ako ng trabaho. Yun lang naman ang ginagawa natin. Hindi naman kami nagre-request sa inyo ng pupunta ko sa inyo, please, conduct drug test. Oh, negative. Salamat. Dalhin ko ito sa in-applyan ko ng trabaho. Oh, wala ako ha, negative ako. Bakit in-specify na?
hindi.
Sure ka?
Usually,
Na ang hiningi ng pasyente ng panahon na yun?
opo.
Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Go ahead, Senator Chis.
Since you are PNP chief and we have a lot of police officers here, pag nag-a-apply ako para sa LTAP o permit to carry, required po ako mag-drug test. Di po ba? Yung drug test po na nire-require ninyo, yun po ba ay para sa lahat din ng uri ng droga? O hindi po?
General Coy.
Sino po pwedeng sumagot?
Thank you, Your Honor, and good morning to our honorable senators. Yung requirement for drug test, these are one of the requirements for people applying for driver's license, permit to carry firearms, yung ating license to own and possess firearms. Meron din pong required random testing for secondary and collegiate level student. Random testing
Ang tinatanong ko po yung nag-a-apply para sa permit to carry firearms.
Yes, kailangan po yun.